I'm Mijanur, I'm from Bangladesh.
I'm Fran, and I'm from Vigo, Galicia, Spain.
I'm Rafaela, and I'm from Brazil.
Masahiro Hamamoto, Siaponi.
Chelsea, and I am from the lovely Caribbean island of Trinidad and Tobago, specifically Trinidad.
My name's Thomas Brzezinski, and I come from Perth, Western Australia.
My name is Joey. I'm originally from the United States, but I'm also a naturalized British citizen, and I lived in England for half of my life.
Hi, my name is Edun Balaival, but everyone calls me Bala, and I'm from Nigeria.
Reynaldo, I am from Colombia.
It's a long story. I came for study.
Poland gave me an opportunity for working when I needed it.
Before coming to Poland, I was living in China with my husband, who is Polish. And then I got pregnant, and the plan was to have it in Brazil, but COVID was hitting really hard in there. So we chose to come to Poland.
So Poland is very close to my heart because one of my long-term pen pals / bestie is from Poland.
Mieszkałem w Tokio z żoną. Właśnie żona jest stąd, nie? No i powiedziałem jej, że no chcę zobaczyć.
Well, I came over for a boyfriend.
Because I have Polish background and my mum's from Silesia. And then I came back here in 2017 for a Marilyn Manson concert.
In my first time, I decided to move to Europe, but I never planned to be in Poland. Everything was most like an adventure, I can say right now.
I came to Poland to complete my studies because I was recently in Ukraine, but after the war, I had to transfer to complete my education.
It was good.
At the beginning, it was a bit shaky for me. I will be honest with you. I didn't know what to expect. I was a bit alienated in my area, even where I worked. It was very hard. People were not very open-minded, even though it was an international setting where I worked. But slowly but gradually. It was hard at first, but it got better.
Na początku to właśnie trochę czuję taki dystans, to chyba Polacy też, to Japońcy też trochę taki nieśmiały. No na początku to trochę taki, no czyli nie tak blisko, ale powoli. To jest tak jak podobny charakter japoński.
I have a couple of friends here who introduced me to other friends who are born and raised in Śląsk, and everyone was very curious why an American would want to move to Poland. And when I explained and demonstrated some of my Polish language skills, they were very, very excited.
Oh, well, I was very welcomed in Poland. Like, I think being an Australian, people love Aussies abroad. So yeah, I'd say I was received very well here in Poland.
Yeah, it can have sometimes the ups and downs because it depends on the region or the city, or because it's not the same if you are in a big city as Katowice, Warszawa, or maybe some outskirts in some villages, because sometimes people in that kind of town are more close-minded instead of like Katowice, like a university city, and people are more used to see foreigner outside. At least I can say here in Katowice or in Silesia is very friendly to outsiders than in another part of Poland.
It depends. When the war happened, that was when I first came into Poland. It was very nice. The people were welcoming. I remember when I came in, there were women with pashki at the I think at the border. So I had donuts but after I stayed maybe like a week, they were like, it's time to leave.
I find Polish people are more organized.
I think that Polish people don't care that much about things.
Organization.
Poland is very clean and always on time.
Można być łatwiej i pewny siebie niż Japonia.
I guess it's what's called the Polish smile. Because I'm obviously very smiley and I'm American, so I'm very, very friendly, and I like to make eye contact and smile and say hello to people on the street. And I often get the Polish smile and I think, oh, have I done something wrong? But over time I realized that's just the way that Poles are.
Polish people are more cultured than Australian people.
There's a lot, especially when with the police smiled, because for Latins we are more positive, energetic. And first time you feel, these people are not friendly at all.
Every name has a day. That's very interesting.
Everything got closed very faster earlier, 9, 10 p.m.
The difficulty of talking about like interesting things that are for me. For example, in Brazil, if you meet a person in the bus and the vibe matches, they will open up about their whole life. They will tell you like every detail of everything, and you will be as well, you know. So it's so much easier to make friends. It's so much easier to make friends.
They don't know where the Caribbean really is.
To pensja. Wtedy właśnie pensja, oczywiście język polski. Bardzo skomplikowanie, bardzo trudny język i niska była bardzo, pensja była bardzo niska. To właśnie jestem z Japonii, dla mnie to było trochę ciężko.
Polish people aren't as open to strangers.
The language barrier.
I would say the administrative process in Poland.
I'm living in Silesia like 6 years.
We came in February, at the beginning of February of this year.
4 years.
4 years,
1 year going on 11 months, so nearly 2 years.
Już 11 lat.
I moved here in June of last year, so almost 1 year.
I've been living in Silesia for 8 years.
In June, I'm going to have already 1 year.
This year, by October, it will make it 3 years I've been here.
I mean, overall, it's good. I like living here, and it's good. I feel it's kind of a home for me, and I have many friends there. So I do other activities. So for me, it seems like I am like one of the people here.
I think living here gave me the chance of knowing myself. Like every time you go to different place, you can explore a little bit a different part of yourself, or reflect yourself with the culture and what that approach can give you to your life.
Well, I realized that I'm okay in situations where I cannot speak the language, I don't understand the systems, and I don't have a huge support network, and that really surprised me. I thought I would find it very difficult and immediately.
Or rather myself. I learned more about myself because I'm here alone, I have no family, and I have no one.
Mój charakter też, czyli powoli chyba trochę, no, czyli mam polski charakter.
I never knew what seasonal depression was until I moved to Poland.
It will be very important for me to learn the language. So I've realized that the language is very important.
I think it would be gray because I see the buildings and things are gray color. So
This one, orange, is naranja in Spanish. I don't know, if I close my eyes, I think about many moments when I was surrounded by orange. You know, maybe I am indoor in a house of someone, or in a flat, or in a room, and the floor is made by wood, and it's like looking orange-ish.
I would say beige because it's such a beautiful city, and I feel like living in a vintage scenario.
Forest green because of the nature around, because of the mountains, because of the parks. It's just a lot of greenery, and the air is fresh and nice.
Blue-green, mainly because I find this a very calming and comforting color, and if I've been away, when I'm on the tram back into Bytom, as soon as we enter Bytom, I have this sense of relief, and I think I'm home, so I can relax.
Is yellow because Gexa is yellow mostly. The buses are yellow, and in the springtime when everything's blooming, I see a yellowish tinge in the new leaves and the new greenery.
Orange, because I get that it represents more the brilliance, the shine, that it made me feel more energetic, positive about, okay, I'm not going to go black, I always have to stay shiny, and orange is like the color that represents all of this energy.
Ah, yellow! Yellow. Katowice for me is bright, it's fun.
Yeah, I feel seen, yes.
Now I do.
Do I feel seen? Oh yes, every day.
Tak, bo czasami pytanie, że a jesteś z Japonii? Czyli jak zacząłem mieszkać tutaj, dużo ludzi patrzą. No ktoś mówi, że hej, Chin-chon-chan. Trochę niefajnie, nie? Tak.
Yes, I definitely say that I'm seen in Katowice because not many people are labeled as eccentric as I am. You know, I either look like Jesus or Czesław Niemen or Dave Grohl.
I don't know. It's not about. I won't say it's the people. I just like the atmosphere. I feel when I'm inside the bus and I'm coming, I can feel the change when I enter. Like it feels different.
I see like if it is more integration with local people can be, yeah.
More Polish friends.
Having people with open mind around.
If people, what would make me feel heard is if people would just take time instead of judging me instantly. Oh, the refugee, oh, this random person just came here. Oh, the black lady. Just take time. Just take time to get to know.
I think if people, when I ask, proszę, mówi powoli, if people would actually say, okay, I'm going to slow down, because immediately they're just like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's so hard. Do you understand how hard your language is?
Well, that's a tough one. It's hard to get Polish people to listen. Yeah. To actually listen, make sense of what this person is saying, what I'm saying as a foreigner, and to not butt in. Polish people have a very bad habit of not listening to each other and butting into conversations.
They're very friendly.
I usually say that they take some time to open up, but when they do, it's really nice. They are very funny. I love the Polish sense of humor, actually.
They're very nice people, quiet, reserved.
Ogólnie bardzo mili.
They're very interesting, and obviously everyone is very much an individual. They're much more friendly than I was expecting.
Proud of their nationality. They're a little bit funny.
Well, Polish people is quite funny.
I think apart from the administrative task, maybe it would be better if there is something central system that can make the process faster, and also some kind of local and international integration, some kind of activities that can bridge between local people and international people, maybe building some trust and some things, yeah.
I think that there could be more international projects or projects where you have a space where you can talk in English.
I think the language is a big barrier because even though most of Polish people speak English very well, they are really afraid of making mistakes. So they avoid talking English with us.
I think we have a center. I'm not advertising, but I'm just saying they're really helpful. It's called My BB, My Bilsko Biała. And I think I don't know if there's other office where foreigners can really go besides the main office, but we need maybe more NGOs or like something set up where we could go in, communicate, like, if you want to have a registry, for us to check in every 3 months to make sure we're doing the right thing. I don't know, something like that. Just have a building where there's proper funding, things are organized, and get people that actually know the English language. People who know Spanish. There are a lot of Hispanic people now in Bilsko Biała, and Filipinos as well. Have people there with that could communicate better.
Więcej informować, czyli jest na przykład taka praca albo taki kurs język polski,
Some signage on like local government buildings in English would be really helpful, but I understand that people are coming here from all sorts of different countries. Certain websites, like public transportation websites, having like just an English version, even just a page.
I guess maybe if we have some kind of community like in other city, because I heard that maybe in Krakow, in Warsaw, there's like a Latin group, But in Silesia, I never heard something like that. And so having like a center for helping people from Latin country, it would be like so much better for us because we don't feel like alone here.
It would be very useful if, for instance, most of the government sites, I see that it's mostly in Polish. I can't even, if I need to get information on the government sites, I have to take a picture, take it to Google Translate. It feels like there is no communication.
So of course need to go out from home, because if we stay at home, and sometimes Polish weather is not so great, especially in winter, and it makes like feel depressive, I would say. And I try to do something, to talk to people or do some activities, maybe sports activities or other activities. And if we are busy with the activities, doing something, then our mind is always occupied with something, and it will not make the feel, let's say, frustrated or depressed. It will keep us more motivated and positive.
If you are abroad, you don't have the chance to speak your language every day, and it's something you need to accept. And it will be hard to adapt to a new culture every time you do go to different city or different country. And something is about accepting, I think, that the world is different, and if you can accept that and be friendly with that thing, maybe you have the chance to meet people, and maybe that will help to feel less lonely.
Because if you stay only in home, work home, it's like a routine so boring that you start feeling like, oh, I'm not doing nothing with my life. So it's much better to spend more time like outside, and that's the best way to start knowing and meeting people, is to be outside, not to be in four walls in a bed.
I think usually the beginning conversation is about the weather. It's like the perfect breaking ice conversation.
You go to one place, you frequent one bar for X amount of time, and you speak to the people there, and you slowly get to know them, and to build your friendship circle. It takes time, and there's no guarantee of anything.
For me, well, I started to learn before I came with the famous Duolingo. When I came, I think you need to integrate with people.
Najpierw po prostu zacząłem sam uczyć polskiego, ale totalnie nie rozumiałem, bo bardzo skomplikowane. A potem chodziłem na uniwersytet. No, był taki kurs, ale dalej nie rozumiałem, naprawdę. A potem myślałem, że kurde, lepiej chyba pracować, nie? No i zacząłem pracować z Polakami, no to wtedy powoli to lepiej rozumiałem, bo miałem więcej okazji, nie?
It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. I applied through Opole, and I've been told that they have the smallest amount of staff, so they are the slowest to process applications. From beginning to the point where I am now, the information that's been given to me has been so minimal, it's almost a joke. I understand that I'm in Poland and that I should speak Polish, but no one in the immigration office can speak English, so I can't phone myself to follow up my application. I have to have my Polish teacher. And when I have been there for my, I can't remember what the meeting is called, but where they take your fingerprints, they were not willing to give me any information. They said, we don't know when it will be processed, we don't know how long it will be, we can't tell you anything, you just have to wait. And so I've been waiting for a year and a half now with nothing, and I'm not allowed to work. Obviously, I can't take part in elections or anything like that. I can't claim benefits. I don't have health insurance. So it's very frustrating to live in that sort of no man's land. It's like purgatory, but that's obviously that sounds very dramatic, but it feels like I cannot do anything until I hear from the voivodeship.